all right. There he is. How you feeling, my man? How much beer have you had since you been in Germany?
If I had since I've been here, not yet, but I'm really hoping to have a lot of it Friday night and Saturday. But it's just been a hectic work schedule getting in here, adjusting on Tuesday to get acclimated to the time difference. I did not sleep on my flight, so I needed my Tuesday to get right a little bit, and I had work to do to begin with. Today, which is now already almost 9:00 over here in Germany, and Wednesday was just straight work all day. Injury report coming out at nighttime with the 5-hour time difference, which will be 6 hours on Sunday. So yeah, a lot going on, but I'm hoping once this practice a week ends on Friday, I am really able to enjoy this city.
And by the way, is the injury report out yet?
Yes, yeah, we do have that injury report at this moment.
Is that the one that I got here? That Hunt did not practice. Brandon Jones also did not practice. Oh, he didn't even make the trip. Right. Berrios and Bethel downgraded to limited, and Mostert and Smythe upgraded to limited. Is that the one we're talking about?
Correct. Yes, that we have updated as of Thursday here in Frankfurt. So
okay,
a second consecutive practice that Rob Hunt misses. So that's not a good sign for his aspirations to play on Sunday. So they were taking it day to day, and we see these first 2 days, he's not out there. And then Brandon Jones, obviously very much a long shot. I mean, Mike McDaniel didn't want to rule it out before Wednesday's practice, but dude, the guy didn't travel to a 9-hour flight to Frankfurt to deal with concussion protocol in South Florida. I don't think they're going to rush him over if he suddenly is cleared. And he hasn't even gone through a limited practice and then the full practice before, as you go through the different stages. And yes, Braxton Berrios and Justin Bethel pop up today. So they were healthy going into the week. But whenever that happens, that means that those injuries occurred at that practice. And then we'll see if they end up camp making it on Friday. That means then it's not looking good for them.
I knew Mike McDaniel was completely full of shit when he said to Brandon Jones, "Oh, he there's still a chance he could." Brother, you didn't make the trip. You're on a concussion. You guys haven't hurried anybody back. Like you're going to start now. Give me a break. Get the hell out of here with that stuff. It's just sometimes they feed us this stuff that it just, hey. Are you falling for the banana in the tailpipe with Fangio? He ain't moving anybody around. That's only what he told you guys was to make Kansas City think about it. And the only reason why Ramsey and Kelsey may run into each other, it's if they line Kelsey up wide outside, and then obviously in the zone he'll pick him up. That's what he was talking about. Are you believing anything about this? Because I'm sure some of you are going to start writing, "Oh, well, Fangio move him around," and he's not going to move anything around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Jalen Ramsey specifically, he has played that star role, very versatile in the secondary with the Rams. So that is something they could eventually do. I know Vic Fangio previously said he doesn't want to do it early in Ramsey's return. So we obviously didn't see any of it. I guess
he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it in his scheme.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it.
And we know he didn't do it against Buffalo with Reagan Howard.
Forget about what Ramsey's done. We know what he can do. He will not do it because he has to then trust everyone else to do their jobs. And they're already learning his scheme as it is. To then change it on the fly, it becomes too confusing, dude.
Yeah, but at least, like, say with a guy like Kader Kohu, he already has had to move inside to the boundary. So in the base defense, he does play on the boundary. And then when it's nickel, when it's been Eli Apple to this point, which now as you get defensive backs and corners healthy, then you can sort of ease him out of the rotation. Then now Kader Kohu is the nickel quarterback. And then he would be the nickel full-time once you have Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard on those opposite boundaries. So he's a guy that has been able to move around based on changing between the base and the nickel. So there is some of it. So he's capable of at least tweaking some aspects.
Okay, but he's not going to move Jalen around to follow Kelsey. Trust me. Trust me on this. Yeah. Trust me on this. That will not happen at all on Sunday. Everyone will stay on their sides, and they'll run everything accordingly. What I've talked about is if you have him inside, I bracket him with Kader and Holland. And Cater's a physical guy. He's fearless. Brother, I would jam his ass as much as I can. And once you get past me, well, then Holland's picking you up right away. And that's what I would do. That's the kind of follow I would have in the middle of the field. I'd have Cater follow you, and I'd have Holland bracket your ass. That's what I would like to do in that case. Your thoughts on that?
The only thing with Cater, and he is very physical, but the height differential would be something to manage against Travis Kelce. So some jump balls, and that would be a challenge for him. And about the gamesmanship, Coach Mike McDaniel loves to do it. We know that from watching him over these 1.5 seasons. Just leave things as open as possible leading up to the game so that the opposing team has to prepare for as many different variations. I will say one thing. Vic Fangio, since he's been here, has sort of shot it straight with what he's really thinking in these press conferences, not as much of the gamesmanship as Mike McDaniel and leaving things ambiguous. So I will say he has been, for the most part, truthful. And he left it as sort of, he wants to do it eventually, and maybe it's in this game. And even if it is in this game, it would be very little. It would be just to give Travis Kelce some different looks, just so he's not so settled in going in against the same guy all the time or just seeing the same zone coverages.
By the way, since you like to use Jalen Ramsey did it, and then you remember Cater Kohu and Mark Andrews last year?
Let's see. All right, so that was week 2, Baltimore. So was this in the early portion when things weren't going well?
No, this is what I'm talking. You said you thought Kelce and Kohu would have
right
high pointing the ball. Do you remember Mark Andrews last year with Kohu?
Okay, what happened with this one? I'm trying to remember the exact instance.
He's the one that skied and got the interception.
He went up and got an interception one-on-one against him?
Did he either catch it or deflect it up in the air from Mark Andrews? I forgot how it went.
No, because Kohu's first career interception was against Green Bay.
I don't know if it was his first or second, but he high pointed a ball.
No, because, that game was way earlier, so it couldn't have been that he intercepted it.
Okay, I'm not sure if he intercepted or deflected, but he high pointed the ball on Mark Andrews. And Mark Andrews is, he's a talented dude. He's one of the better tight ends in the league. My point is, I think Cater can do all of that. I think he's a great athlete, period. I think he can high point. I think he can get physical with people. I think Miami is going to now really take off if you keep these 3 healthy now, because now you've got everybody in their natural positions. And Cater, I think, is going to be a terror inside.
Yeah, and I do love his physicality, of course. Ooh. So, and I mean, the type of athlete he is, hey, he can jump with them now, but then there's a certain point eventually where a taller pass catching target, then he's not going to be able to out jump a guy by a certain amount. And hey, Mark Andrews is I don't have Mark Andrews' height and Travis Kelce's height in my head, but they're both bigger targets and great at high pointing the ball. But I have to look back at that clip then of Cater Kohu against Mark Andrews. It wasn't an interception though, because he had 1 interception last year, and I remember it came against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. But maybe it was a play nullified by a penalty. Maybe it was a pass breakup.
What was it? 6'5" Mark Andrews. Okay, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah,
and you got to go see that play again. That was a beautiful play by Kohu last year. How he high pointed that thing. That was nasty. When he did that, that was showing like another level of what kind of player he can be for this team. So you're expecting Connor to play Armstead? I mean, he was dancing.
He was dancing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he could probably do that on the bad knee anyway. We know he
does have swag. He does have swag.
He has that swag. He's posted those videos, that birthday one on the boat. So he is king
of swag. There's no doubt about that. He personifies cool. That's when I look at Teron Armstead, I just look at a cool ass dude. That's what I look at.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, he does his rapping thing on the side, so you already know that much. I mean, it would be pretty quick for T-Stead there. We know he's able to manage his injuries well. Seeing him in practice, it doesn't appear like he has his, not range of motion. I think he has that, but just probably would need a little bit more time. And it's very limited what I've been able to see, a few individual drills, not even close to full speed or team reps where he's really going against a defender on the other side. So, the coaches know what they've seen when he's gone up against Bradley Chubb in practice. If he has to this point, we're not seeing that portion of practice. But, I would think ideally then just let him get this practice week and then give him the bye after that. And then he's really strong for the week after against the Raiders.
All right, can you settle this shit because everybody's losing their mind? They say rain could be in the forecast. Is that a dome stadium or not?
What I have researched, I have not seen the stadium yet. There has been nothing at the stadium yet, but I've researched it is a retractable roof. Okay. So I believe if there's rain, they would close it, and it would be cold rain. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
they're going to close it, bro. The people are paying a lot of money.
Yeah,
to go there. They're going to close it. Make sure everybody has a really comfortable. So weather will not be an issue whatsoever because it's retractable. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah. And if not, then it will be cold out. It'll be, but I mean, like similar to Philly, similar to Sunday Night Football in Philly. So it's not like, they've already played in this once now a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but you're not playing in snow, and again, it has a roof, so you won't get snowed in. So it doesn't really matter. Once you put the roof, you're going to have the temperature of the stadium inside is what you're going to have, not anything else. You know what I mean? How many does it hold?
I do not have the capacity. Let's see.
I guess your research wasn't deep enough.
Well, not that deep. I don't usually go into games knowing the capacity of road stadiums.
I'm just wondering if there's a lot of people to warm up the place. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I do see 51,500 spectators for league match. Oh, okay, and 48,500 for American football on a quick.
So it's like a 50,000 seat stadium. Okay.
Yeah, it could be like Hard Rock Stadium for a decent UM game. Well, probably one of the better ones.
Florida State. Yeah.
Yeah. Florida State. I think they'll pack it in a little bit more than the 50,000 range. Yeah. So maybe like a nudge below a UM FSU game at Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah. I'm looking forward.
And I hear the press box is open air too, as is customary in
Europe. Yes, they do that. Yeah, so you can kind of get the feel of the stadium and the whole thing. Yeah, by the way, we used to do that at Joe Robbie. There were times in the early days. Okay, brother, I've been at it 30 years, but early days they used to slide the windows open. And you could hear, and stuff like that. But, obviously not the main press box because that was always closed, but the side ones and stuff like that. And then the broadcast ones, that one too, obviously. And in the Orange Bowl, they would do that a lot too with a lot of the broadcast booths. And not the main press box, the old one in the Orange Bowl. That one was closed off. But there used to be, you used to have the option years ago, and then they shut them all down. I think they all put those, whatever hurricane, whatever those tempered glasses and all that kind of crap they put. So they kind of sealed it off. But early in the days, they used to have some of the options on it.
Yeah.
For you to be able to open it up. Yeah.
Well, I think
look, dude, I've been at it so long that I remember when in my early days when I was doing it, the $6 million man, Lee Majors, used to sit right in front of me in one of those blue seats that are right in front of the press box, and he would go there with this young girl that was his girlfriend or wife or whatever. I don't know. Lee Majors in those days was probably still racking it in 30 years ago, but yeah, it's funny, man. Things have changed.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. All right, so how you feeling about this game? How should Dolphin fans feel about this game? Because I got to tell you, man, I'm feeling really good about this game. I'm feeling like the defense is turning the corner. You're getting healthy. I think they are going to play their best football this week and finally cross the threshold of beating an elite team. But how are you feeling about this? How should Dolphin fans feel through David Furones' eyes?
You want this to be the prediction?
Hell yeah, prediction. Get it. Let's go.
You know what? Let's make this our Welt Rheaume All Rise segment because I have the Dolphins all rising as they go into Frankfurt and stepping up to the challenge. proving that they can beat one of the top contenders after all the narrative. I know they're aware of it, of losing at Buffalo, and that game was ugly, and then losing in Philadelphia.
Getting screwed also in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's right. They made a lot of improvements in that game, and then it was 10-0 in a penalty margin, which was almost unforeseen. It was like 7 times that had happened in NFL history. And a couple other factors. I think getting in early to Frankfurt, the Dolphins will be more acclimated.
That's true.
So they've had the week of practice. It'll be like regular. They are in line with the German time, the 5-hour, which will then turn into 6-hour time difference. The Chiefs are going to be, I think they're about to travel because they're still having a later practice than the Dolphins would have normally Eastern time in Kansas City Thursday. Then they got to get out and get in there Friday morning. They're probably going to be really tired for that one Friday practice that they have, and then use obviously Saturday before the game. But there's an advantage to how the Dolphins are doing, and I think they're just going to be better prepared to face one of the contenders and motivated. And Tyreek Hill probably will go off against his former team. I see that as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And I'm interested to see if Chase Claypool becomes a bigger and bigger part of the offense as the weeks go on. One more thing before I let you go. Are you disappointed that no Swifties, no Taylor Swift for you? I know you're a big fan of Taylor. I know you were hoping to exchange friends bracelets.
Hey, all right, hey, that's Travis Kelce's right there. All right, I'm not touching it. Much like Tyreek Hill did not want to touch the subject when I asked him.
Just friends bracelets. That's it. I didn't say anything else. You're not See, this is how much you have the hots for Taylor Swift. You're already thinking about other things. I just said friends bracelet. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, that's the good thing. You won't have that craziness to deal with. Holy crap, that would be.
Yeah. But all the Dolphins have been getting asked. So Tyreek Hill said, "I'm not messing with. They're a dangerous crew." Talking about the Swifties, he wasn't gonna add any fuel to the fire. Go up against them. Bradley Chubb did say that Dolphins couldn't care less or could care less of what the Swifties have to say. So he took a stance. Jalen Waddle was just like, "Oh, I'm a Swiftie." I don't know if he's playing to the crowd on him. I don't know how much Taylor Swift he actually listens to, but trying to ingratiate himself with the opposing fan base that has jumped on board with the Chiefs. So it's been fun over here, but I guess now it has been confirmed now, like she is not attending. That's not even.
Yeah, I kind of broke the news, I guess, here 2 days ago, because I was saying that she's not, because she's getting ready for her tour. And so she's restarting her tour. So I think there's rehearsals and things that have to go with it. So she can't be at the game. So I kind of warned everybody, because I'm kind of geeky. I keep up with almost everything that goes on in the damn world. So, yeah.
And Travis Kelce will come back on a bye after that. So she'll have plenty of time to hang with him in America.
We're a little different. We're not just a sports show here. We kind of delve into all kinds of other things. So, it's a little different. All right. Follow him on Twitter at David Furones _. David, as always, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. We'll catch up post-game there in Germany. Thank you, sir.
Danke schön.
You got it. There you go. All right. I love it. Welt and Rheaume. We love Jeff Welt and Daniel Rheaume. 954-966-4646. I tell you this all the time. Look, hurricane season is, I know we're in the last month until November 30th, but there's a good chance we're not going to deal with that. But still, we have storms popping in all the time now, and sometimes they come in with some heavy rain. We know there's a lot more heat and humidity in the atmosphere, so when you get these showers, sometimes they're a lot stronger than normal nowadays. And guess what comes with it? Some flash flooding at times, and who knows, home or condo, you may have some water damage. Before you call those insurance companies that aren't looking out for you, please call Welt and Rheaume, because they will bring those insurance companies to their knees. The insurance company and the adjusters, they're looking out for themselves, not for you. Call them, because they have their own adjusters. 954-966-4646, personal injury, commercial litigation, business owner claims, criminal defense, condo damage, homeowner property damage, bankruptcy, so many different ways Welt and Rheaume can help you. They're in Hollywood, but they service anyone in Florida. Call them, man. 954-966-4646.
Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.